Hello and welcome. 27-0. That is what Novak Djokovic had in terms of his record going into this mega final at the US Open. Everybody thought 28-0, calendar slam. Uh, the Serb 34-year-old on the verge, winning the Australian Open, beating Daniil Medvedev, winning the French, winning Wimbledon. Yes, he was not at his best at the Olympic Games and he withdrew from the mixed. But what a year Novak Djokovic has had. And nobody thought it would be a straight set game because the moment Novak Djokovic somehow takes it to set 4, set 5, we know the result. And if you see the way he came up, he's actually beaten the better players. Matteo Berrettini, he'd even taken out Kei Nishikori. So he had taken out the better players on the way to the final. But in the final, clearly Novak Djokovic, 38 unforced errors. Not at his best against Daniil Medvedev. And what a game Daniil Medvedev played. Lost against Novak Djokovic in the final of the Australian Open. But today, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 against the Serb and one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time in terms of maybe the number of Grand Slam wins eventually. And what a way to win his first major. Clearly, he's the successor. From what we have seen so far, he is one of the successors for sure, maybe the successor. He came close in Australia, outstanding player. He came close multiple times. But to see 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 in the final against perhaps one of the greatest players to have played finals in Novak Djokovic was slightly surprising for us all. But well done and many congratulations to Daniil Medvedev. We are actually seeing the young brigade take center stage in New York. We saw what Emma Raducanu did. Imagine 4 years back, there was this beautiful tweet of a photograph. Emma Raducanu with Roger Federer. Emma Raducanu, 14 years old with Roger Federer. Young Emma Raducanu taking a picture from one of the greatest. And now, 4 years later, she's US Open champion. Tremendous. When she played Wimbledon and lost in, left it in round 4, so many people said so many things about her. Questioned her mental resilience, questioned her potential, questioned her strength. And here she is defying all odds, playing the qualifiers, winning 10 matches on the trot in New York, not dropping a set, going on to win the US Open. This is sport. This is what sport does. Absolutely unbelievable from both these champions, Emma Raducanu and Daniil Medvedev. This is the next gen. The next gen, we have seen how close Stefanos Tsitsipas came in Roland Garros, that final set. All of us remember. All of us remember Novak Djokovic having to dig deep and getting it done, getting the job done after some incredible tennis by Stefanos Tsitsipas and Novak Djokovic over 4 sets. But that's the point, that once Novak gets it into the 5th set, you cannot bet against Novak. In this match, he was not at his best, and the young man Daniil Medvedev, the challenger, was tremendous. That's what the future of sport is. However great you are, you cannot take sport for granted. Everybody thought it can be a calendar slam, it can be the Olympics as well. When Novak Djokovic came to Tokyo, each one of us thought game done. Nobody can beat this man. Look at what sport does. It humbles you. It absolutely humbles you and tells you that anything is possible, whoever you are. So celebrating 2 great champions in Daniil Medvedev and the young Emma Raducanu. Moving on. Today I was speaking to our greatest Paralympic athlete, Devendra Jhajaria. Devendra Bhai is 40 years old. So मैं देवेंद्र भाई से कह रहा था कि आप क्या देवेंद्र भाई, सब तो जीत लिया आपने. 2004 में गोल्ड जीता, 2016 में गोल्ड जीता, 2021 में सिल्वर जीता आपने. सो अभी क्या, छोड़ दोगे, रिटायर करोगे, कंटिन्यू करोगे? 40 साल की उम्र में क्या बाकी क्या है आपके लिए? सब तो जीत गया आपने. Importantly, Devendra Jhajaria tells me 2 things. One, he says to me, I will play the Para Asian Games next year for India. He says to me that I will play the Para-Asian Games next year from India and I'm not quitting. Imagine, at the age of 40, he's won 3 Olympic medals, 2 golds, 1 silver. And that fellow still has the zeal, the verve, the determination to say कि बोलिए भाई मैं Para-Asian Games खेलूंगा और भारत के लिए और मेडल जीतेंगे. So clearly Devendra Jhajariya is not retiring and is going to be around to play the Para-Asian Games come 2022. Second point, मैंने उनसे बोला देवेंद्र भाई हमने तो 9 खेल में 9 स्पोर्ट्स में पार्टिसिपेट किया था इन टोक्यो. अब पेरिस में क्या होगा? क्या ये 19 मेडल 40 मेडल हो सकता है? क्या ये 19 मेडल डबल हो सकता है? आपको क्या लग रहा है? क्योंकि यू आर इन टच विद ऑल ऑफ दीज एथलीट्स. एंड उन्होंने कहा ऑन रिकॉर्ड दैट हम पेरिस में 15 या 16 स्पोर्ट्स में खेलेंगे. 15 या 16 स्पोर्ट्स में खेलेंगे और हमारा जो मेडल काउंट है वो 19 से बढ़कर 40 होगा. 40 के आसपास तो होगा ही होगा. और ये मैं आपको दावा से कह सकता हूँ ये होगा. Lovely music to my ears that Devendra Jhajariya saying India will participate in 15 or 16 disciplines in Paris, winning 40 medals. Can you imagine? 0 in Beijing, 1 in London, 4 in Tokyo, 4 in Rio, 19 in Tokyo, and then he's talking about 40. So double, exponential growth in Indian Olympic sport. That is what he's claiming. That is what Devendra Jhajariya is claiming. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So these are the 2 takeaways. I had a long 1-hour chat with him this morning. That he will play the Para-Asian Championship, Para-Asian Games next year. And he's predicting 40 medals for India come the Paris Paralympic Games. So that's my other news point. ISL fixtures have been announced. ISL fixtures have been announced between November and March. Again, obviously, all of you know that I will be supporting ATK Mohun Bagan. But I'm looking forward to another terrific season again in Goa. This year, they're planning double headers at night, 5:30 ke badle 9:30 start. Obviously, it is an important tournament for Indian football. Massively important tournament for Indian football as we speak. The Durand Cup, despite the weather, it is still raining in Calcutta, by the way. Despite the weather, the Durand Cup is still on in Calcutta as we speak. 130-year-old tournament. FC Goa has brought their first team, Juan Ferrando, and the team is here. It will also serve as a bit of a pre-season, get them ready for ISL. So the ISL fixtures have been announced just about half an hour back. Mohun Bagan East Bengal both to play, and clearly it will be a worthy competition again. And this is the tournament that can actually propel Indian football to go ahead. So it is very important that we do multi-sport. By the way, have you seen, we've done tennis, we've done Paralympics, we've done football so far. So this is your multi-sporting platform. Not to say I will not do cricket. Of course I will. We keep following. Can I say something to you also? I know none of you will agree with me here. You know where the next revolution in Indian sport is coming from? The next revolution in Indian sport is going to come from cycling. Keep this clip. I'm telling you this. India will qualify for the Asian Games in sprint and endurance. There are 2 parts to cycling. India will qualify in sprint for the Asian Games, and I'm predicting maybe 1 medal also next year. Even if we don't get a medal, we will make the final. And the same team, if you see their progress at the world stage, there is every reason to believe they will make the final in Paris. Can they get a medal in Paris? Tough. But they are certainly on course to make a splash in LA. It's a cycle. And they are very much on the right path. You know some of their names. David Beckham, Paul Collingwood, Ronaldo. You know where they come from? The Andamans. The next sporting crop is actually coming from the Andamans. You know, I love these stories. if you do research, you will know. Andamans between the age of 12 to 15, 16, 17, that's the crop that is coming through the ranks as far as Indian sport is concerned. You know why I keep saying the future is bright? In Paris, these guys will get mature. A David Beckham, a Paul Collingwood. I'm actually betting on a medal on Shaili Singh in Paris. Shaili Singh, backed by Anju Bobby George, is 17, will get 3 cycles. She will get the Paris Olympics 20, she'll get LA 24, and she'll get Brisbane 32. She'll be 28. So Shaili, who's already jumping 6.59, will probably get 3 cycles at 3 Olympic Games, multiple World Championship, multiple Asian Games. Next rock star, as far as Indian Olympic sport is concerned, not to mention Neeraj Chopra. Neeraj Chopra is a rock star. Like I told you yesterday, I asked him, Abhinav Bindra had once told me that, look, after an Olympic cycle, I had got the gold medal. And I'm in a bit of a depression. Because at the age of 24, 25, I've got everything. So what is there left for me to achieve? So I got into a depression, and it took me about 2 years to come out of the depression, to deal with that what is left for me to achieve. I've got that gold medal for which all my life I'd given. I asked Neeraj Chopra the same question. Then Neeraj, आपको तो सब मिल गया है. 23 साल की उम्र में आप स्टार हो, आप लेजेंड हो, आपके पास पैसा है, शोहरत है, सब है, नाम है. आपको तो सब मिल गया है. तो अभी आपको ड्राइव क्या करेगा? He started telling me, and I love this guy. He started telling me, बोलिया सर, उसेन बोल्ट मल्टीपल ओलंपिक्स में गोल्ड मेडल जीता है, माइकल फेल्प्स मल्टीपल ओलंपिक्स में गोल्ड मेडल जीता है, तभी उनको आप ग्रेटेस्ट कहते हो. अगर मुझे ग्रेटेस्ट कहलाना है, अगर नीरज चोपड़ा हैज टू गो डाउन एज अ ग्रेट, एक मेडल से नहीं होगा. वो मेडल तो मैं जीत गया, बहुत खुश हूँ ऑब्वियसली. अब टाइम आ गया वो मेडल घर में जाके टांग देने का और ट्रेनिंग में लग जाने का पेरिस के लिए. दिस इज द एटीट्यूड. This is the attitude that will take Indian sport forward. वहाँ पे बजरंग पूनिया भी थे. और मैं आपको ये भी स्टोरी बता दूं, before Neeraj's final, you know what his coach's last words were to him? What did his coach tell him? Klaus Bartonitz. What did Klaus Bartonitz tell Neeraj Chopra? The German guy said in Hindi, "Maze karo," to just get him off the pressure, get him in that zone. Unreal. I asked Bajrang Punia, Bajrang bhai, तुम्हें तो इंजरी था, सबको पता था. That you were playing with braces, you were injured, you were this, you were that. Now, hardly any of us were predicting medals when we got to know the extent of injury. आपने फिर भी वहाँ इंजरी झेल कर मेडल जीत लिया, आपने ब्रेस खोलकर मैदान में आ गए आप. And let me tell you this. Doctors had told Bajrang that if you play with this kind of injury, your career might be over and don't play. You know what this fellow tells me? The fellow tells me, इंजरी तो ठीक हो जाएगा बोरिया जी, बट मेडल का चांस शायद लाइफ में नहीं आएगा. तो इंजरी की जगह मुझे तो खेलना ही था, वो मेडल चाहिए, क्योंकि ओलंपिक मेडल शायद लाइफ में और कभी नहीं आएगा. Can you imagine the ability to withstand pain and the zeal to win that medal? Phenomenal. This is what makes me feel great about sport. Let me take some questions, and I know a lot of you will ask me about one newspaper article. Let me see if anybody has. What's the news about Rohit captain Virat stepped down? Kamlesh Acharya. Expected that. Who is spreading news? Radio Sofia. What hidden agendas before whatever? Hi Buria. What's the future of Indian singles and doubles tennis? When can it follow the badminton path? Nice headphones. Bring on. What is bring on? What's wrong in table tennis circles and the controversy between Shomadeep and Manika? How justified are her accusations? Is she envious of a Bengali success? Wow. Okay, let me answer these. I'll answer some more. Firstly, the Virat Rohit. Let me tell you this. On Saturday, today is what day? Monday. On Saturday, at about, on Friday, when the test match got cancelled, at about 12 noon, a lot many media, the previous night also, tweeted, Match on. Indian team, Jasprit Bumrah not playing, Mohammad Shami, Ravindra Jadeja not playing, Ravichandran Ashwin. All I said was, I have never seen uncertainty on a test match which is 3 hours from now. Back channels are still on, negotiations are still on, no decision yet. When I put this tweet out, and the timing of the tweet will be around 11:45, 12 o'clock, and I said decision in the next half an hour. A lot of you started trolling, abusing, saying I don't know anything, and putting out other tweets saying here is the team. People have put out tweets. All I said was, this is what I know, and this is what I have heard, and by the way, I know my sport. We all know what the result was in the next 45 minutes. We all know. We all know who said Ravichandran Ashwin. We all know. If you go and check my tweets from the morning, 8 a.m., right through the day, please check my tweets on the morning of the selection. Why am I saying all this? If there was a news point which is as important as this, do you guys think I would not have addressed it? I would have. Do you guys think I would have left it alone? And I would have not even mentioned it at the first 13, 14 minutes of my show? I'm not a fool. I would have addressed it. So obviously, no disrespect to anyone. People have their own ways and means of doing stories. I have my own. All I will say is, if you believe in my show, my brand of journalism, my writing, my television broadcast, my digital broadcasts, go with me. No disrespect to anyone, because every journalistic colleague, everyone who's part of my fraternity is important. Everyone. But that doesn't mean that everyone is doing the right story. No. And there is documentary proof in front of you. Go check who all said test match on, test match on, test match on. You need to do your research. India has forfeited. You need to do your research. So let us keep it at that. All I will say is, if there was something like this, I would have told you. And I would have told you before anybody else. That is a guarantee I'll give you. In today's sport, be it Olympics, Paralympics, Indian cricket, I would have told you this. Absolutely, I would have told you. And Manika and Shomodi, let's see what happens. It is a bad controversy, perhaps not the most decent. So let's keep it at that, and nothing to do with Bengali or non-Bengali. That I think is not relevant. I'll finish off on this count. Plenty more to do on sports today. Positive stories, looking ahead at the World Cup, the IPL, a lot will happen. And let me say one thing. The IPL for me is about fans. It is about fans enjoying their sport. That's what I will do. I will get fans on my IPL shows. Former cricketers to bahut kare hain bhai. Fans like Johns, fans like Mufa, fans like others, anyone. A passionate fan. Every day we will have fans on the show. They will be part of the pre-match, post-match. They will be part of my IPL shows on Sports Today. For me, the month of the IPL is about the celebration of the cricket fan. You people. That is what I will do on Sports Today. So keep supporting the platform. Thanks very much for watching.